Well, Portland has been under some scrutiny as of lately, and why the heck would anybody want to move here? Well, I myself moved here just a few years ago, and we've helped over 100 clients move to the Portland and Vancouver area in the last few years. So, what I want to do is kind of touch on the sensitive subjects. I've got an entire list of text messages. What I did is we reached out to a lot of our past clients moving from all around the country and even out of this country and just flat out asked them, why did you move here? What do you like and what do you not like? And we really got some incredible responses. So if you're sitting back and thinking about moving to Portland, Vancouver, some of these areas and wondering, should I even move there? Well, I hope in this video some of those things will get laid to rest and, well, some may not. So if you really want to know from the perspective of people who've moved here, not from here, we're going to be doing that and we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie with the Living in Portland, Oregon team. In this channel, we do so many videos about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play right here. If that's what you want, make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And we are honestly getting so many phone calls, emails, texts every single day from people moving and relocating here. We absolutely love it. So, thinking about moving anywhere in the Portland or Vancouver area, make sure you give us a call, or Salem area, or Bend area, really anywhere in Oregon. Make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even send us that pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to the Portland Metro. All right, so like I mentioned at the beginning, we get some random ass people commenting down below just how crazy everything is. And yeah, there's no shying away from, some of the public things that people are seeing on the news here that's happened in Portland, Oregon. So I just wanted to take the perspective. I was just like, okay, there's a lot of people still moving to Portland, Oregon. The numbers are staggering how many people are going to continue to move here. And about a year and a half ago, I interviewed one of the top economists that's in the nation, and he's actually local here to Portland and Vancouver, and mentioned that there could be an upwards of 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 more residents in the Portland metro in the next decade. So people are coming in droves and waves, and so it's not really stopping at any time soon. Why are so many people moving here? Why are you watching these videos and wondering if you should be moving to Portland, Oregon? That's what we're going to be discussing. So I'm going to read through some of these text messages that we got from past clients from all around. But the first thing I want to just nip in the butt, what does the news do? It portrays the worst things possible because that's all that people want, right? And so it kind of is infuriating. And there's no better recollection of this than when the riots first started happening. And even before the riots and before this whole thing happened, when the Proud Boys and you'd get these Antifa and all this stuff going on, the news is portraying this. Now, was there hundreds of people down there? Yeah. But it may have been hundreds, like 100 people. And it has a completely one side and this side going at each other and arguing. And so I would get phone calls, Jackson, oh my gosh, are you alive right now? Because, I'm not from Portland. And I'm like, well, yeah, why? I'm like outside in the streets playing with my kids and all the neighbors. And they're like, oh, isn't Portland burning down? Or are you getting shot at? And I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? They're like, all the freaking riots and the Antifa. I'm like, no, I didn't even know that was going on. Are you kidding? And I'm like, 8 miles away from it. Yes, downtown it gets a little bit crazy, and it's just a bunch of weirdos on both sides attacking each other. If you stay away from it, you don't see it. When the actual rioting happening, it was disgusting. Those freaking people coming down and rioting and destroying Portland buildings, they were destroying African American business owners' buildings. Like, how dumb are you? But unfortunately, that did happen. Was it as bad as the news portrayed it, where it's like hundreds of thousands of people in all of Portland? No, it wasn't. Now, we are seeing some negative effects from it. But the cool thing is, one vibe of Portland and some of the texts we get, people come together. Like, they're freaking proud of Portland. They're proud of Oregon. And they want to keep it the way it is. So you have huge groups going out there, construction companies, and cleaning up garbage, cleaning things up on their own nickel and dime. And we've actually helped support them. So you can reach out to us if you want to help support that. But, there's people going out there and out of the kindness of their heart and with their own time and money, cleaning up Portland. So let's get into these text messages. But the first thing I just wanted to relay to you is that sometimes, and not sometimes, all the time, the news is just portraying shit 10, 12, 15 times worse than it truly is. So there is some negative things, there is some positive things, but just know what the news is truly after doing. And comment down below, the things that you've heard, what you're scared of, and all you people out there who, are the glass so half empty, who live in Portland, calling it an S-hole, go ahead and comment down below how bad you think it is too. So the first person, and I'm not going to use any names, but I'm going to just kind of start relaying the first text message we got. And they bullet pointed it by saying, "We love the open-minded people. People are so nice." And this one is from the Northeast. So people coming from like New York, some of those things. So, which is crazy to me because most of the people coming from the Northeast, they don't enjoy all the people saying hi all the time. But these people did. So the open-minded people are so nice. Diversity of weather. Housing affordability, it's still the cheapest on the West Coast. Vegan food, less traffic compared to California or Seattle, other areas they were looking. And location, 2 hours from the beach, mountain, and the desert. So, yeah, you're like, desert, what the hell are you talking about? Actually, it's kind of crazy. When you're driving straight out to the east, like going to Bend, you like head up into the mountains and then you pop over and then boom. It is desert. I actually go out there, do a lot of fly fishing, and hunting over in that area. So it is really cool to just head out east a couple hours. But that's kind of the thing. And when I was moving here from North Idaho, only 6 hours away, like it is that. Like I never grew up going to the ocean in my entire life. But having that actually not even 2 hours away, the spots we go to and living on the west side of Portland, it's an hour 15 to get over to some of these beaches. But the weather, I am just shocked at how many people relayed back of just they wanted that weather. So this is the whole mindset, right? Is that if you've been in kind of the Northwest or the rain or whatever for a while, you have that negative opinion of it and that glass half empty, like, oh my gosh, it's always gray, it's always rainy, it's cold. It's not always raining. Look at the annual precipitation. It's like barely over 30 inches. Is there drizzles a lot? Heck yeah. It's freaking the middle of October right now and we're already in the 30s. That's very cold typically for Portland, but it does happen. But that's what people are enjoying. They've been in California, they've been in Arizona, they've been down south their whole life, and they are just tired of the heat all the time. And so as you maybe living in the Northwest want the heat, it's vice versa. So people are actually, we get it all the time. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to just wear a hoodie. Like I cannot wait for that. So that was text number one. And number two, a lot of these have a lot of similarities. The access to nature, an hour to the coast and an hour to the mountains, the most affordable major city in the West Coast, large employers, and tax benefits on the Vancouver side. So yes, if you live up in Washington, work in Washington, or maybe you're working from home. We're seeing a lot of people who can kind of work and live wherever. Well, you get no state income tax crossing the border to the north. Come down into Oregon, do your shopping, no sales tax, kind of a win-win. You cannot, though, go live up in Washington and come down in Oregon and work and get those benefits. We get that question a lot, but one of just pointing this out, it's the access to nature. I mean, we have one of the largest. In fact, if you look it up, it's the largest park in the United States inside of a city limit. So Forest Park up northwest Portland, it's an incredible. We go there all the time. And you can walk right out of the south end of that, right down to Trendy 3rd, Trendy 1st, right there northwest, and hit the breweries right there. So it's an incredible spot and a lot of nature, and people just like to be able to. An hour to 2 hours away, you are hitting, yes, ski resorts. You're hitting the ocean, the coast, and it's not traffic. That's like going 55, 65 miles an hour to get to these areas. So that's just one of the other things. So the next one. Nature. They capitalize nature and all about hiking, biking, kayaking, and more amount of outdoor activities at their fingertips here. Everyone wants to be close to a park and the walkability. That is another thing. And then less expensive than California and Seattle. So, I mean, you can hear the back and forth is really just the affordability, the closeness, and just, hey, I can work from home, I can work from wherever. When I'm done with that or the weekends, I just want to be able to get out. One of the things that, we've really been doing as a family is just kind of exploring, and even just locally, hitting some of these parks. There's parks everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's going to be some sort of parks. And so I love taking my kiddos to all the different parks. They get to play on structures, but also find all the different skate parks. You head out, just like I mentioned, on your way to like Mount Hood. There are mountain lakes all over the place with incredible camping grounds. Now, at first, when I moved here, I was like, oh my gosh, you got to pay to camp in all these. It's like 20, 25 bucks a night. And then I realized, oh my gosh, that's like the most genius thing ever, because I'm used to Redneck, Idaho, which I love to death, and it's gorgeous and it's amazing. And you don't pay to camp anywhere. You just go find your camp spot and go. But in Oregon, you pay, but I mean, you get your own slot, your own camp spots. It's usually lined with giant old growth trees. It's got picnic benches. It's got your fire pit. It's got nice kept up bathrooms and all like paved. It's really amazing campgrounds. And so I would take, the wife and kiddos, and we would just go do that. So you have that really at your fingertips, both Vancouver and the Portland area. So we'll get to reading a few more of these. The last one was coming from California, the nature, the moderate weather, and cost of living. And let me actually take this back. So I was reading a bunch of the text messages from people who moved here. This is actually somebody who moved from California and joined our real estate team. They may be helping you as well. So he said, coming from California, it's the nature, the moderate weather, and the cost of living / home cost were the biggest factors for us. Parks within a stone's throw anywhere you look, and much kinder and more welcoming people than anywhere I've ever lived before. Booming food and beer town, big city feel, and easy access to remoteness. I think that pretty much well sums it up. I don't really want to talk about anything else. It's lifestyle, and actually reading a lot of the reports and diving into this stuff of how the United States is really going to be changed in the next decade. It's people moving wherever the hell they want to move to. They want this lifestyle. So if you're like not into the outdoor activities, you're not into the food and beer scenes, you're not into nature, don't move to Portland. Like, it's not your thing. You need to be looking elsewhere. But you're probably watching this going like, look, I've gone there, or I've gone to the Northwest. Like, that is my vibe. That's my thing. That's people who moved here. They don't, they're not talking about really anything else in the jobs, and they're not talking about the streets and anything else. It's just strictly, oh my gosh, at my fingertips, I can go to any park. I can go out to the ocean. I can go snowboarding. I can head out fly fishing, some of the top fly fishing. I go steelheading with the boys, just an hour and a half to the southwest of us here, and you have some of the best steelhead fishing. I mean, just really anything. I like blacktail hunting, elk hunting. I do it all. If you don't like the hunting and the killing of the animal, that's fine. You don't need to do that, but I'm just saying it's really readily available, everything in between. So you got a good dose of what other people are saying moving here. There's reasons you're moving here. And I'll tell you the most important thing, moving here myself and now helping over 100 clients, it's moving to the right area. You can move to the wrong side of Portland, the north side, east side, west side, south side, wherever, and it just doesn't fit your vibe. The restaurants are different. The vibe is different. The people are different. That's what we've mastered. We're the #1 relocation team that there's ever been constructed here. This is all we do, helping hundreds of people move and relocate to Portland, Oregon. And we freaking love it. We love every ounce of it. And we even have some of the people moving here helping us now to do this because we've grown so much. And that's what we want. If you want our help finding your perfect slice of Portland, Vancouver, Salem, Bend, even the Oregon coast, I don't care where you're thinking, we got team members all over. The only way we can help you is you got to reach out. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving all over the beautiful state of Oregon and Washington. And until the next video, we'll catch you later.